Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Following up on my video where I did the unboxing, the unveiling, the initial impressions of the 5x7 Chromakey collapsible background from Impact. I wanted to show you the first shoot I did with it. The girls were home the other day, and they were all excited to do some princess shoots. So for those of you who have girls, I'm sure you're in the same situation, but my girls have some outfits they like to dress up in. So they have some princess outfits, they call them. So I got them. They were all excited to have their picture taken as princesses. And I don't even think they really understood what I was doing with the backgrounds till later, because they were really impressed at that point. But here is some shots that I did with the 5x7 Chromakey collapsible background, the Impact background, and just a really quick setup. I just used one light here. I wanted to see A, how the light looked from one light, and B, just want to do a quick setup with the kids, as opposed to spending the time to set up two lights on either side in front, two behind, etc. But the results were pretty good. Here, let's have a look. This is the setup, and here you can see Lily standing in her pink dress in front of the green background. That's the Chromakey Impact 5x7. And you could see in the right corner there is my 32-inch Neewer softbox, which you saw recently. I did the unboxing of that as well, and I'm really enjoying that. It's a nice big softbox. You can see out the back there I've got one of my SB26, my older Nikon speedlights, with a wireless remote. I'll put the links to all this stuff below for you, for the collapsible Chromakey background, for the Neewer softbox, for the wireless remotes I use. It never fails. As soon as I leave one thing out, somebody's like, oh, well, what did you use for this? Here is the shot from the other way. These are just some grab shots I used my Samsung Galaxy S5, my cell phone, for, just to show you what the setup was here. Nothing fancy. You can see the Christmas tree is still up in the living room, and the living room's still rather messy, but that shows you from the right side, camera right, and again the background, the 5x7 Impact collapsible Chromakey background in the back. Lily standing there in her dress, patiently waiting for Daddy to take some photos. The 32-inch Neewer softbox is pretty much what we would call almost on camera, not in the sense that it's mounted on the hot shoe, but it's shooting from the same position as the camera, other than I'll just probably be a little bit down below it was where I took the photos. Next up is the first shot. There's Lil in front of the Chromakey background, and that's before any post-processing. So you can see she's pretty well lit there. That's just head-on with that, head-on and slightly from above, I should say, angled down slightly from above. And that's the 32-inch Neewer softbox with an SB26 speedlight in it. I should mention as well that these were all shot with the Panasonic G7 and using the new Panasonic 25mm f1.7 lens, which I am loving, by the way. So then I went into Photoshop and I used the select color range option to do the heavy lifting for background removal. And here is what you get for the result. This is Lily, and I just popped in a pink and shades of pink, I guess, kind of Disney castle looking backdrop there. And you can see that is Lily with the princess background. So it's pretty much that easy. Took me maybe 5-10 minutes in Photoshop. Maybe I'll do an entirely different video for you of just showing the background processing of how I did this. Next up, we've got the second image. There's Lil posing with the dress up, and I learned something here, because that dress is sheer, as you can see there. You can see through it, and that does not work very well for doing the because the green is showing through. It makes it very hard to do the green effect. So what I did, as you can see here in the final pose, is I cropped it heavily so you're not seeing that part where it bled through. So again, that's using Photoshop, and that is the select color range option. I tinkered with that a bit, cleaned it up, and we go to the finish shot here with the Lil on a magical princess background, and she was absolutely thrilled when she saw these two. And then actually we've got, just to show you a different one, just popped in another background. So same image, no additional processing. I just captured and grabbed another one and dropped it in as a layer, and that's a different fairy tale castle and make-believe land behind her. So there's another princess shot using just a different background. So the advantage there is that once you do the processing work, you can swap out the backgrounds just easy peasy. You can have them all layered in one file if you want and turn them on and off. And then, you could show different backgrounds. If you're doing this for professionally want to do princess shots, really easy way to do it. Oh, and let's not forget the first shot. I use this one as a header image for the article. I did an article. If you want to check it out on Art of the Image, I'll put the link below too. This was the first image with the first background. You can see the princesses in the background, kind of a cartoonish background, but she loved it. And that is the first one, and that's the second one from the first image. So that's the first image, and then that's two different backgrounds there. And then we go back down to the second image. Here it is again with Lil on the 5x7 Impact Collapsible Chroma-Key background. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's a great backdrop. And here is with the work done and the background subbed out. And there's the second one where I just dropped in a different image. So that's 4 images. So there you go. That is the Chroma-Key backdrop, the 5x7 Impact Collapsible Chroma-Key background at work. That's just with one speed light and one softbox, the 32-inch newer softbox. I'll put the links below for all that stuff. You can check it out. Works really well. I probably could do a little bit more processing in the hairlines, but unless I mention that, you're probably not even noticing it. The kids and anybody else I've showed it to thinks it looks great. I'm just nitpicky, but I just did these really quick, like 5-10 minutes was finished. So very easily done, really quick and easy setup. That collapsible background just pops up, take it down in seconds too. Really easy to work with. And if you're going to keep it simple like I did here with one speed light and one softbox, the entire setup can be done in very easily in 10 minutes tops. 15 if you're really fiddling with stuff, but I mean really nice setup in the sense of if you're on location, want to pop it up quick, want to keep kids not waiting, because that's always important. But I was quite impressed with the results. I think it looks pretty good, especially when I consider I could have tinkered with it a bit more in the finessing of the chroma key work, especially in the hair and things. But then the trade-off is that I could have taken care of that much easier too by having, like what I'm shooting right now, I've got a left and a right, camera left, camera right, probably reverse for you, lights in front of me, very nicely lighting the subject, and then I've got camera left, camera right behind coming in from a downward angle, which really cleans up any backspill from the chroma key green in the background. So if you're doing a lot of work, if you're doing a lot of subjects, and it's not as important to have it as quick and fast like I did with this setup, but it's more important to have all your images right out of camera, then by all means go ahead and do this type of setup. And maybe I'll see if I can show you. The office down here is a mess, which I know people keep saying, oh, show me your setup again. And one of these days I will. I'm working on cleaning it. It's a New Year's resolution. You won't believe how much junk I got down here. Anyways, really impressed with the Impact collapsible background. The chroma key color works great for keying. It's very easy to set up and take down. The construction is very nice. I really like having those Velcro straps attached to the various sides because it makes it really easy to set up or just hang it on a light stand or whatnot. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.